Hey guys, happy Sunday. I wanted to jump on and talk a little bit about self-sabotage and the brain. So I'm not going to get too scientific yet, but this information is kind of key for my next video, so I wanted to get it out now. But self-sabotage, right? You know what it is. I'm pretty sure you know what it is, and I'm pretty sure you've done it. Self-sabotage is an event or a behavior that we do right when we're about to hit our goal, right when we're doing really well. We do something to mess it all up, right? Like if you are on a healthy diet, you may self-sabotage by eating a half a bag of chips. And then you feel guilty and you feel ashamed and you're like, what's the point? I'm just going to finish the bag of chips or have pizza and stuff because I already messed it up. So what's really going on here? Is it that we're not strong enough? Is it motivation? It's not. It's your brain. And there's three parts of your brain. We have the brain stem, which is the critter brain. We have the cortex and the limbic system. So the cortex is your friend. Your cortex wants change. It wants growth and expansion. It wants you to go on adventures. It wants you to create healthier habits. And the critter brain hates all that stuff. It doesn't want change. It wants everything to stay the same. It wants you to stay safe. Your critter brain, the brainstem, is like your survival mechanism. And then the limbic system, there's three key functions with the limbic system. It's emotions, memories, and stimulation. And it's really trying to balance the two between the cortex and the critter brain. So the critter brain is like when you're dieting, and you're in that restrictive mindset. So you're yo-yo dieting, or you're gaining 10 pounds, or you lose 10 pounds and you gain 10 pounds, or you're dating the same type of guy over and over and you want to find the right guy or a better guy. And like, oh, I keep dating the same type of people. Or you keep having the same type of challenges at work. So that's your critter brain, keeping you in that same place. The critter brain, which hates change, and your cortex, which wants growth, they conflict, right? And your critter brain normally wins. So self-sabotage will happen, and it's not a sign that you're not strong enough, and it's not motivation. It's not a sign that you don't want to do the work or you're not good enough. It's your critter brain really doing its job. So the critter brain, or self-sabotage, really is on the same road as success. It's not a crossroad where we tend to think it is, and we end up taking that turn down self-sabotage lane and get into that restrictive cycle of trying again and self-sabotaging and trying again, which your brain thinks is okay and becomes a habit because your brain's used to that cycle. So self-sabotage is on the same road as success, though, really, because you're just expect to self-sabotage. Expect it. It will happen. It's on the same road. It's just how do you deal with it when you get there. So don't get into the role of that restrictive cycle. Don't beat yourself up over it. Start to just get curious about it. Get mindful about it. Like if you're eating that bag of chips, how are you feeling about yourself when you're eating that bag of chips? It's probably pretty good while you're doing it, right? Then when you're done eating that bag of chips, how do you feel? Not so good. But don't beat yourself up over it. Just be curious. Think, how do I feel? And shake it off. And keep going with your momentum. So when I'm working with my clients, there's actually two sweet spots during this process. And it's right before you self-sabotage. You're doing really well. You're hitting your goals. You think, oh, you got this. This is really good. But your critter brain's saying, whoa, stop. This is all new. I don't like it. Let's go self-sabotage. Let's do something I'm used to. So it's your brain, not you. So that was the first sweet spot of how to handle something throughout the process. The second one is if you do self-sabotage, how do you manage that? How do you handle that? So those are two key areas on that process or that road to success, where the tools and the exercises that I post and share with you guys and all the workshops that I'll do, those are right there in that process, those two spots. So your brain is actually like a muscle. So if you keep going down self-sabotage lane, you're just going to keep building that muscle up with your restrictive cycle. But if you keep learning how to manage your self-sabotage and keep going down the road to success, you'll get used to it. Your brain is always growing and molding. So these new habits will become easier. You will start to self-sabotage less, and then all of a sudden it will be a habit, and you won't have that self-sabotage issue anymore. So I know I threw a lot at you, so let me recap real quick. There's 4 points. So the first one is self-sabotage is really the critter brain doing its job. It's not you. It's not motivation either. It's not that you're not good enough. Self-sabotage is on the same road as success, so expect it. We just have new tools on how we're going to manage that, right? And how we're going to plow through it and keep that momentum going instead of going down self-sabotage lane. Don't let the guilt roll in. Be curious about it. And then remember those two sweet spots, right? While you're doing awesome is key. And then self-sabotage is the other key. Like what are we going to do while we're in that moment? So now that I talked to you about the critter brain, my next video will make more sense. So you're ahead of the game. Anyway, I hope that was interesting, and it's gonna make a lot more sense soon. So enjoy the rest of your Sunday, and I will be talking to you guys soon. Bye.